Hey, what's going on, guys? I hope you guys are having a good day. I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins from Your Black World and the Black Business School. And I wanted to talk to you guys about something real quick. A lot of people talk about the black unemployment rate and how high the black unemployment rate consistently is. And then even when people aren't talking about it, I believe that we should keep talking about it because it's a very serious problem and it's not something that politicians are typically going to pay much attention to. So anyway, as kind of a financial guy, I thought that I would kind of give you a perspective that might help you see how we can solve the black unemployment rate in a couple of minutes, actually, with a very simple proposal. The black unemployment rate, first of all, let me give you the depth of the issue. Typically, black unemployment is about double that of whites. Black unemployment is it's more persistent amongst black men because black men are seen as more of a threat to American society. That's been true since slavery. It's true to this day, and so in fact, in some areas, in a lot of major cities, black male unemployment is usually about 30-40%, something like that, especially amongst young black men. So it's really a crisis. It's a real problem, and that doesn't include all the men that are in prison. So what happens is that the black family ends up being destroyed because the men can't get jobs. Why? Well, because a man is heavily evaluated by his ability to provide and to protect, to give resources to his family. So let me give you a kind of a quick perspective on black unemployment that I think can help solve this problem very, very quickly. Black people need entrepreneurship. We need everybody, especially black men. Every black man should learn how to have his own business, and he should be trained at a high level on this. We should probably put as much time into learning how to start businesses as we put into basketball and football and all that stuff, because basketball and football are fun. Those are games, those are sports, those are things. Games are things that children play, but when you get into the real game of life, that's a game that's played by adults. And the game of powernomics is a game that we consistently lose because we're not prepared for the game. If you go into a soccer game and all you've been doing is practicing tennis, you're not going to be very good at soccer. So what happens is that we put a lot of our time and our energy practicing all the wrong things, and then we wonder why we get our ass kicked in the game. Well, the thing is that I bet you that if you had global entrepreneurship programs, just entrepreneurship programs everywhere for every black man in America and beyond who wanted to learn how to start a business, then what would happen is these young men would gravitate toward entrepreneurship more than they would gravitate toward a job. Why would they do that? Well, because most of them want to be free. Why would they want to be free? Well, because they don't feel free on their jobs. So even the educated Negroes, the black people like you and I, maybe, who have BAs, BSs, MDs, PhDs, JDs, all these other letters behind your name that make you feel special, or some sort of special credential, some sort of good nigger sticker, some certification that says, oh, look at you, you've accomplished something. Even people in our category, go into these jobs that are high paid and well respected, and we're not happy. We feel enslaved. You come home angry. It kills black men early. Black men get hypertension and stressed out and cancer and diabetes and everything else, and low testosterone because they're so broken down every day when they go on the job. They hate it. They can't stand it. They can't take it anymore, and it makes them go crazy. And that's why black men die, in their 60s and 50s and whatever. So the point here is that I believe that if especially when you talk about these billionaire and millionaire rappers and black men out here that got all this money, when I spoke to the Jordan brand, I talked to the president, they're very good brothers, very much in tune with the black male in America. I said these black men need entrepreneurship programs. I said what I would love to see is a group of wealthy celebrities come together and literally put entrepreneurship training camps or put Shark Tank type institutions, entrepreneurial business, black business incubators in every urban city in America. I'm talking about like 500 of them all across the United States, where you staff them with 2 or 3 experts like myself or whatever, who can go in there and teach these young men how to start businesses, and the young women too. The young ladies need freedom too. Women and men, they need financial literacy for different reasons. I find that women often, in many cases, are victims of financial abuse from a man. Some man controls them by basically saying, I control the money. If you don't do what I say, then I'm going to take the money away. So women, I think that's the main reason why women need on average, not all the time, but that's why one of the reasons why women can use financial literacy is so that men can't abuse them by controlling the purse strings. So your daughter ain't chasing around the local thug, drug dealer, pimp because he's got a couple dollars in his pocket. She says, I know how to get money on my own, so I don't need you for that. I need you for love, but I don't need you for money. Right? Well, the same for the black man. You're running up behind the ultimate pimp. The white man there ain't no bigger pimp in America than the white man in terms of what he's done to you. He's been pimping you since 1504. He's been pimping you since he got you from Africa. He's been pimping you since the day you get off a slave ship. A pimp is somebody who puts somebody out there and makes money off of them. They've been making money off you since forever, and you're sick of it. You're tired of it. It's stressing you out. And I'm just giving y'all the real conversation. Y'all know me. I know my stuff. I know my credentials. I sat next to the smartest, most brightest financial experts on earth. I'm talking about from China, Russia, everywhere else, and I learned at the highest levels. I've taught BAs, BSs, MBAs, and PhD students. I've taught people who are now financial experts out here on Wall Street and other places. So I know how finances work. I understand how powernomics works. I understand it at a very deep level. And so what I will say to you as black people is that in order for the black unemployment situation to be resolved, black people must have a mass exodus from the corporate plantation and a mass commitment to developing entrepreneurs in our community. So I don't know if the whole community is going to get on board with this. Some people think I'm a little weird. They're not. Maybe I'm ahead of my time. Maybe I'm just crazy. But some people don't want to hear this. Some people think that they can find solutions where we just go keep begging white folks to take care of us. Some people think that we're going to be all right if we just keep on hoping and praying to white Jesus and hoping that if we go to Congress and hold hearings on reparations, that one day everything's going to be all right. Well, it ain't going to be all right. You're going to end up in the same damn mess that you've been in since forever. The black unemployment situation has not gotten better in 50 years. The black unemployment situation has not gotten better in 50 years. The black unemployment situation has not gotten better in 50 years. So for black people, in order for you to obtain economic power and to get economic freedom, and to end black unemployment, black people must become the employers of black people. People employ those who look like them. They employ people of their same race. Your biggest problem is that you have too many job seekers and you don't have enough job creators. It's like a seesaw. An economy between job seekers and job creators is like a seesaw. The creators, the producers are on this side, the laborers are on the other. We have everybody on this side of the seesaw. You can't make a seesaw work when everybody's sitting on the same side. So you need somebody with enough weight to balance the seesaw. Well, what you end up doing is you end up having to go to your oppressor and asking them to balance the seesaw for you. But the problem is it comes at a huge price for you. It comes at a price of your dignity. The price is your financial security. The price is your sanity. The price is your mental health. The price is your physical health. Many of y'all are dying early because you're so stressed out from going to that damn job every day. So what I'm just trying to say to you straight up point blank period is if you want your kids to be free, if you want them to always have a 100% employment rate, or be employed completely all the time, never be unemployed, teach them how to start a damn business. Because I'm going to tell you like this, since I started my business, I have never been unemployed. I might have had low income at times, my income went up and down, but I've never been unemployed. I've never not been free. I have not been free since I learned how to start a business. And I'm going to tell you like this, if I had a comparison point and I compare what it feels like to be high paid and enslaved versus what it feels like to be low paid and free, I'll take low paid and free any day of the week. But then you might get lucky. You might be high paid and free, that's when you hit the lotto. That's the holy grail. That's what you're aiming for. And we can create that on our own. I don't know why you think that you can't do nothing without your master's permission or your parents. That's what they are. White folks are like our parents, and we feel like we can't do anything by ourselves. And I think that that's just despicable because we might not be able to come up with $1 billion on our own very easily, but we can teach ourselves. There were former slaves who were teaching other former slaves how to read and teaching them at a higher level than they would ever be taught in a white school. So whoever told you that you need to send your children to white people to educate them lied to you. They fed you a myth. They fed you nonsense. That's why your children are coming out of high school and can't even read. So what I'm saying to you is you have outsourced the job of black empowerment, and the people you've outsourced it to have failed. The people you outsourced it to have done a miserable job. If you look at black quality of life in every arena, you look at in terms of health and criminal justice, if you look in terms of education, if you look in terms of the economic situation, the wealth gap, they have failed. And you know what? You're giving all your family wealth over to these big white universities so they can put you in debt until the day you die, and then you wonder why you always behind. Well, you're always behind because you're letting the wrong people teach you how to get ahead. You're letting people teach you how to get ahead who are incentivized by commodifying you and using you and treating you like a slave. So at the end of the day, black people, if you want to be free, you got to stop being a damn slave. You got to stop committing to slavery. If you stop committing to slavery, then you will have a chance at freedom. And the freedom, I'm gonna tell you, the freest black people I know are the ones who know how to start a damn business. So it doesn't mean everybody has to be an entrepreneur, but everybody should be an investor. If you can't be an entrepreneur, then get some resources and go invest in an entrepreneur so they can go build jobs and build businesses and help you make the money in an ethical way. You do not want to make your money in a way that is not consistent with your ethical values, or you will also feel unhappy and feel enslaved. That is what we're doing. That's why we're stressed out. That's why we hate our lives. That's why we're so mad all the time. That's why we feel powerless. That's why we're depressed. So that's my solution. If you create your own job, then you'll never be unemployed a day in your life. That's my 2 cents on the issue. I'm out of here, guys. I'm about to go. If you want to learn to buy your first share of stock, in case you haven't done it yet, you can go to blackmoney100.com. That's blackmoney100.com. There's a free training on how to buy your first share of stock. That's a good place to start. Everybody should be an investor. If you want to learn how to start a business, we do have an entrepreneurship program in the Black Business School. If you're interested in taking a look, you can go to blackmoney103.com. That's blackmoney103.com. We have a whole sequence, a process that people can go through to be fully trained on wealth building, financial literacy, and entrepreneurship. That's what the Black Business School is all about. It's for us, by us, created for people who look like us to solve specific problems in our community. So I hope you'll check it out. That's what we do. That's what we're committed to. That's why I've made about 14,000 videos over the last decade on these topics, because I believe in this. This is my gospel. This is my life purpose. This is what I'll take a bullet for. So I'll take a bullet for you, and I want to see you win. I'm out of here, guys. Hit the thumbs up button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button. I'm out of here, guys. Have a good day. Don't forget Black Money 100, Black Money 103. I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Peace.